So there are two main things that we've learned from this caravan renovation so far. One is that things never really go as planned. And number two, that we really learned this week. What do you want me to say? It's a disaster. Yesterday was a disaster. Oh my gosh, disaster.
We've just had an absolute disaster.
We kind of need to improve our vocabulary. Good morning everybody and welcome to Paint Week. Very exciting. I know what you're thinking because I'm thinking the exact same thing. Why did you choose to paint the exterior of the caravan in the middle of winter? And I actually don't have an answer for you, but it's been a little bit challenging getting it even to the point that the caravan's at now. So for the last week, we've been sanding. What else have we been doing? I've been sanding, Jack did the rest.
I'll run you through it. What we have been doing the last 3 or 4 days is a lot. So it turns out there's a lot of prep work involved in getting the caravan ready to paint. So we'll start from here and we'll walk around and I'll show you what we've done. So I've actually pulled off all the J-rails here, or trims. There's 1,000 different words for them, so I'm just going to call them the J-rails. Sikaflexed everything. The whole caravan is completely watertight now. I've reconditioned the door. So I took the door off because before it was all flimsy. Now it's perfect. And I put closed cell tape around the perimeter of the door here. And when we close it, it is completely watertight. I tested it with a hose. Everything's perfect. We've also put closed cell tape in between the window and the frame, so now when we close it, it's fully sealed. I've put new trim down here around the wheel arches. I can't remember the size of the angle, but that's a nice finish now. I have also gone around the whole caravan and replaced all the pop rivets. If you look closely right here, you can see we've got all new pop rivets everywhere. So that's all done. A big one was, see this seam here? I've siliconed the whole seam because when we first got the caravan and ripped the walls off, you could see that water came in these seams. So this was a big one. So that's all sealed up. If you remember when we took the frames out, we used closed cell tape behind the frames as well. So they're fully sealed. We've also gone around and patched. So along the front here, we had like 20 holes. And there was a few other holes around the caravan. Remember I dropped that massive steel beam on it? Oh my gosh, Jack, what are you doing? That's all been filled in, sanded, ready to prime. The whole caravan, all it needs now is wipe down with Metho. We'll dry it as much as we can. We'll wait for the sun to come up a bit more and then we're going to prime it. Let's get started. We're using paper towel because I used all our cloths on the Sikaflex when I was doing the J-rails, so fortunately this is all we've got.
Also, I was informed yesterday when I was looking for a tea towel that he's also used all of our tea towels for the exact same function, and they're in the bin.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
No.
Make sure you get nice in there.
The wind's picking up.
So I've just moved the caravan away from the house a little bit so we don't get any overspray. We've gone around and done all our plastic on the windows, done the solar panels so we don't get overspray on them. We wiped it with methylated spirits and then we've gone over with this paper towel and now it's no white. What was that? Anyway, that was a little bit white. I'll give it a little bit more of a wipe down one last time and then we're ready to prime. It's taken a long time to get to this point. I keep saying it like every time we do something big on the caravan, but this might just be the most interesting thing we've done to the caravan.
Yeah, it'd be like the most drastic transformation in just a few days.
Yeah, any friends that come up, they saw Myrtle for the first time, they're just like, she's a bit rough. Not anymore. Alright, this is our primer, guys. We've gone with a white metal etch primer. The guy at Variety Paints in Wangara was a lifesaver because he has actually marked 3. I've just kind of given away the paint scheme on the caravan, but he's marked 3 buckets for us here, or whatever you're mixing buckets, with how much prime we should put and how much thinners we should put. So I don't know how to explain it, 2 to 1 or whatever it is, but I'm very thankful he's done that for us. So we're going to pour that into about, what is that, 450 ml? You ready to drop paint everywhere?
Oh my gosh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That went quite well. Oh, no it didn't. Look. Anyway, there's our primer. And he's said to put about that much thinner, so let's do that. For those of you that remember, when Megan was in Japan, I tried my best to film my own video, which I did. Remember this disaster that happened? I filled it with Raptor liner, and I wasn't meant to, so I've had to go buy a new one. We need to mix that, Megan. So we need to concentrate. You ready?
Ready.
Twenty minutes later.
Yes, it seems I haven't read the instructions properly. This does something and this does something, and it's not letting enough paint out. I knew I should have read the instructions. Let's do that, shall we?
Okay, he must have got the hang of it because he's told me to, oh my gosh, to up another pot of this, which I'm now realising is more difficult than, than Jack made it look. Oh my gosh, disaster. You might be able to tell on the camera, but the wind is already starting to pick up, which is why we started so early this morning, because the wind is forecast to really pick up this afternoon. So sort of, that was not supposed to happen. We're sort of battling against the weather today, but at least it's not raining, which it has been for the last week or so. Coming!
We don't have any more paint left, do we?
Nope.
Oh no. Am I all white?
Your eyelashes are.
Is my hat white?
Yeah.
Oh man. So, we've run out. What's happening is I didn't buy enough paint. But that looks good.
Yeah.
But then if you come around to this side, can you see all that on camera?
Oh yeah.
See, I've already gone over this, but I need to go over it again. I'm not happy with that. It's not really filling it well. The other side is done perfectly. It's filled all the imperfections and all that, but sorry about the wind. I'm going to have to go back to Wangara and get another tin of paint.
Well, that's okay, because it was getting too windy anyway, and
Yeah.
we have to wait for that to dry, so
Yeah. So
not too big a loss,
Might
except
go
for
get
how
that.
much the paint costs.
might go get that, come back, it'll be the end of the day, and we'll have to pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we have to sand the whole caravan. So we'll see you in the morning, guys. That's cringe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You're going to keep that in the video? Oh, we'll see you in the morning. Just before we continue on with the episode, we just wanted to say a huge thank you to you. A few weeks ago, I asked you guys to leave your comments down below in one of our videos. I asked you to let me know what electrical system we should run in the car when we don't take the caravan with us and we go on off-grid trips, or what electrical system you run in your car. And one comment that kept coming up was, why don't you just take your EcoFlow unit that you've taken on all your trips? Megan and I looked at each other and said, that's exactly what we'll do. And it just so happens to be that EcoFlow is actually the sponsor of today's episode. So thank you guys for sponsoring the video today. We greatly appreciate it. We have had this Delta 2 unit for a very long time. It has got some extreme battle scars on it. We have put it through hell and back. Just a little reminder, if you haven't been following us for very long, we took this unit on a trip up north in WA here in the Troopy. Ran it in there full time for 3 months, worked perfectly. We then took it down south to Esperance here in WA in Dad's FJ45. We ran all the stuff in the truck perfectly once again, and then we took it on the ultimate test up to Cape York, which was an amazing adventure, and the EcoFlow had the fridge running and all that kind of stuff. So we will be doing that again. all we have to do is put it in the car, strap it in, and it's done. So I'll tell you a bit about it. It's a 1024 watt lithium iron phosphate battery. It's got a 1800 watt 240 volt inverter built in. So you got 4 240 volt plugs on the back here. And just a little reminder as well, you don't just have to put these in your car or take it on camping trips. You can run 90% of your appliances in your house off this. We had a power outage here. We get them a lot actually. We run the EcoFlow. We ran our fridge for 2 days straight. We ran the TV. We ran Megan's charger on her laptop, which she uses all the time. Coffee machine as well. It ran it all. So it's got the inverter, like I said. It's got a 12 volt socket at the back here, which we plugged our fridges into. So exactly like a 12 volt cigarette socket in your car. 4 USB points at the front, 2 of which are fast charging USB points. It's got 2 USB-C points as well. And it's got a nice LCD screen where it tells you how much battery percentage is left. And it'll tell you how many watts have been drawn or coming into charge. The unit has 3 options to keep it charged. 240 volt charging via the cigarette socket in your car, or you can use the inbuilt solar generator, which allows you to connect up to 500 watts of solar and be charged within 3 to 6 hours. When it's charging off 240 volt at a caravan park or at your house, it has one of the fastest charging times that you can get, 0 to 100% in 80 minutes. Like I said, we've put it to the test and we can confidently put it in the car and know that it's going to do what we need to do. So thank you EcoFlow for sponsoring today's video. If you want to go check out their range of products, or the Delta 2 in particular, go check out the link in the description of the video below and you can have a look on their website. They've got some pretty cool products.
Oh my gosh, he literally just rolled out of bed and got straight onto sanding today. We decided to make this paint week because we had 4 days forecast without rain, and it said partly cloudy for a few days. And yes, it's not looking partly cloudy, and now apparently we have rain coming tomorrow. So I don't know what this means for paint week. Hi, you look funny.
You always get me in the hoodie, eh? Guys, weather.
Yeah, I was just talking about that.
Let me take the hoodie off. It's embarrassing. Right, so when I got home last night, bought another 4 litres of etch primer, metal primer, whatever you call it. Did the whole caravan again, stayed up quite late. But as the sun was setting, a heap of dents came up on the caravan. I think we're just going to have to accept that it is a 50-year-old caravan, and obviously over those 50 years, it's accumulated some dents.
Yeah. We've never actually seen one of these caravans in person before, so
no.
Who knows, they might all look like that.
Yeah.
Because whenever we would meet someone in person when we had the Troopy, they would go like, oh, this looks much better in photos. And I wouldn't edit things, but yes, the Troopy had lots of dings and you couldn't really tell in photos.
No.
So maybe that's just what is the deal with these as well.
Yeah, so the only thing we could have done was replace all the cladding, which we're not doing. So it's all primed. I've sanded the whole lot with 600p wet and dry sandpaper. Now, the next thing we have to do, I'm going to push through. I know I probably shouldn't with the weather, but
I think it might clear up.
I think it's going to clear up.
Surely.
And we've got a plan, guys. So you want to hold that, Megan? We've gone to Bunnings and we have purchased the worst reviewed marquee you could possibly buy. And the caravan should fit inside it. So we're going to pull that apart now. It's currently 24 kilometre winds outside, but I'm going to position it in a certain area because it's blowing easterly. So if we put it in a certain area, Megan, it should be alright. We've just had an absolute disaster. We've just dropped a $3,000 lens. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this vlog's not going the way we wanted it to. We're about to start setting up the marquee, and we set the tripod up with the camera and the wind's blown it over, and our lens is destroyed.
We'd usually have a filter on, but it's too dark and the focus wasn't working, and so it
blew over.
It's stuffed.
We don't know what. For any photographers and videographers, you'll know the pain right now of that happening. Can you see it? No. But anyway, we're going to continue on. Stay as positive as we can. And we're just going to have to... Sorry if we're a bit close to the camera because we've got our wide angle zoom lens on. Sorry, we've got our zoom lens on. Anyway, we're going to take a few minutes to calm down from that little hiccup, and we'll start setting up the marquee in a second. You know what we should do?
I'm not doing a dance.
We need to do the happy dance! Come on, do the happy dance! Oh, no. It's fine! We'll get it fixed.
Remember last week how I said I like winter? Don't like it anymore.
We ain't like winter anymore. We need to be positive. Where's the instructions? There's no instructions.
No?
Well, you guys are in for a treat. There's instructions.
Oh my god. What is this?
Oh gosh. Imagine we set it up and the caravan doesn't even fit.
Well, how tall is the caravan?
2.5.
How tall is this?
2.5? Nah, but it goes up in the middle.
It's probably 2.5 to the tallest point as well. I swear I'm not doing all this for nothing.
We can do it. Oh. No, you won't get it. Yeah, come hold this. Hold that. Oh my god. Just hold it. Put your arms wide. Put your arms wide. Put your arms. No. You need. You can't. Oh my god, it's gonna break. Okay, hold it. Okay, hold it. Can you just lay it down, lay it down. We're missing the last piece. What? Don't. Hey. Go.
What do you want me to say? This is a disaster.
Guys, don't buy the marquee from Bunnings.
No, just don't set it up stupidly.
Well, the wind picked up really badly. The weather predictions here are not what they're saying they are. It's actually quite hilarious.
Okay, plan B.
At least we got a bit of wind coverage here.
Paint week will now be in 2 weeks' time.
We're not painting, guys. I think we've come to the conclusion. What an utter waste of time. Anyway, let's go back inside and make a plan. We're going to keep this rolling. Good morning.
Good morning. We lost you yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day. I don't think it could have got any worse, to be honest.
It was a terrible, terrible day.
So, yes, we said we were going to pick you up and explain the plan, and we did come up with a plan, but by the time we got back from executing the plan, the day was over. So, yes, we got some deliveries. We got a delivery to Bunnings, and we got a couple of deliveries to Jack's sister's place. So, yes, it's still a little bit windy, but we've never been more annoyed that we've got good weather.
Yeah, it's good weather. No, but it's too windy.
It's too windy, but
paint.
then we're like, oh, should we paint, should we not? But we know it's raining tomorrow, so probably better off that we try and get to... Hello.
Hello,
Good boy.
Ollie. How did you get out here? Anyway.
Where was I?
Painting too windy.
Yeah, so we're not going to be painting, and we're going to continue on with the original plan that we came up with yesterday. So we got our splashback tiles delivered. We got an adhesive, like vinyl splashback for the kitchen. So hopefully that is going to be okay. And then also I'm going to tackle this cabinet because I got some ribbed perspex delivered for that. So hopefully we can replace these. And then I'm going to try and clean this paint off.
Yeah.
So maybe we can still have a bit of gold to match the gold. And we also...
Ollie.
We also have dowels left over from our bed, which
we might cover.
We might try, like, do the same effect as our bedroom bookcase on these upper cabinets.
Yeah.
Give it a bit of a vintage vibe.
But anyway,
but I don't know how that's gonna look.
Well,
so we'll try.
We ended up bringing our lens to the camera shop as well.
Oh yeah.
$700 later, and it takes 2 weeks to fix. So the next couple videos you might be very close to us in the. We're gonna be very big faced on camera. But anyway, another little thing quickly. This has come. There's Megan's perspex, which we'll talk to you a bit more about. Can you see it's all ripped? But we'll talk to you a bit more about that.
I was hoping they would be fatter.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
very
would
close
sort
together.
Of, mimic the.
What's that?
Oh, what is that? Oh, hello.
What is that?
I didn't order that.
What is that?
What is that?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing. Got some putty. I'm going to try and clean up as many dents as I can on the caravan because I refuse to have a million dents. I did say it's a 51-year-old or whatever it is caravan, but I want to try and clean up as many dents as I can. So here's Megan's tiles.
I just went for as simple as possible because I feel like the cabinets are the real star of the show, so I didn't want to go like overboard with anything like that on the splashback. I feel
I mean, it doesn't look bad, but
yeah, I think the grey just gives it a little bit of something.
All right, let's get to work, eh?
Yes. I'm gonna keep taking tape off for a little bit though. Oh, that's another thing I didn't explain. Off camera, I repainted the cabinets as well because we originally painted them in a satin, but it came on quite matte. So every time we would bump the cabinets, they would get marked. So we redone them with a gloss.
So cabinet doors.
Yeah. What else are we talking
Cabinets.
about? Cabinets.
You could be talking about the inside of the cabinets.
Why would you kick the inside of the cabinet?
Just if you're feeling bored or something, you might kick it. Anyway, cabinet doors.
So yeah, they're all in a gloss now, but now the inside of them looks really bad and mismatched, so got to go over that as well. Yeah, we're just gonna tick away for the whole day at everything that we can do, that we have parts to do.
Yeah.
And just, hopefully we get a lot done today.
We will, and we're just not going to talk about that.
Yes.
Alright, first thing today. We are going to clean our backsplash. So it's called backsplash?
Splash back.
Splash. Splash back. So the main thing we want is to protect this wood here. So you open them up.
I think maybe...
I'll clean the wall.
Well, how much of it? That's actually pretty perfect. Just there.
Does it go that way? Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, no, I want it this way.
That way?
Yeah. Also,
okay, so
I
just
have
leave
to...
it a bit higher because we'll put a trim down the bottom.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, wait, no.
Wait, put it like that.
No. Do you know what?
What?
We're going to do a window frame.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, that's fine. We can cut it off later.
This?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think this is just, you literally just peel it off and stick it and that's
Yeah,
it.
you do, yeah. Pretty sure.
Also, I have to say thank you to Monty for this recommendation, this brand. They came in like a week after ordering them, which you'll know has been very rare every time I've tried to order something for this.
Who's the brand?
Renovation. Stick on Tiles
They're
Australia.
called the brand. Stick on Tiles Australia. Go, pull it off and see what happens.
Alright.
But hang on.
Wait, because also...
Don't rush.
Maybe this needs to wait until we do trim. Because aren't we doing a trim here? Like, how is that gonna...
No, I'll just do silicone.
Silicone.
Yeah, I got a silicone it.
So we're gonna cover all these chips?
Oh, you're not putting the tiles that high?
Nah.
Oh.
I wasn't planning it. Well, we didn't order enough because I was never gonna do that. That looks funny anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a trim.
So no splashback then.
We're losing the plot, guys. We're at the end of the build.
I know, it's because we're trying to rush now because we know that we're so close
We're
to finishing.
so close.
So
anyway,
we're not thinking straight.
We're not thinking straight. Right. You don't want to use this trim?
There. Oh yeah, we can. What did we use over there? This one.
Yeah. We have trim. Alright, we're going to do it. Alright.
So yeah, that'll go like that.
Yeah. That'll go in there.
Yeah.
Alright, done. Let's do it. Let's cut that up. Just bear with us, guys. We're struggling.
We thought yesterday was a disaster and today's going exactly the same. What's happened since we've spoken to you last an hour ago?
Got our splashbacks on.
Got our splashbacks on. I've got that feeling that it's going to look crap until it looks good.
Yeah,
like it looks alright, but I think it won't look really good until we get all of our trim on and get our bench top in the right position and silicone and all that sort of thing. So yes, there's that. That's not even the disaster I'm talking about. Jack cut himself real bad while we were
blood everywhere
doing the tiles. They say on the instructions really easy, all you need to do is cut with scissors. We didn't have scissors, we were using a razor blade and he's got blood spraying everywhere all over the kitchen, and now to top it all off we have locked ourselves out of the house.
Let's go have a look, shall we? Completely locked ourselves out of the house and it's not looking good because the dog is inside. Could you go get the keys, mate? Ollie, go get the keys. Locked. So, I'm gonna have to call the owner. Oh, I don't even know what we're gonna do. Lucky we've got our phones in our pockets.
Yeah.
It's happened in fours this time. Dropped the lens, bought that stupid thing from Bunnings.
I don't think you can count that one.
Locked myself out.
That was just a you problem. That wasn't the universe.
The awning, yeah. Anyway, guys, we really hope you're enjoying the video. Watching us completely stuff up.
Jack goes like,
everything.
We're just gonna scrap this video because I can't look like this much of an idiot.
I can't look like this much of an idiot, but I think we're gonna commit it. We're gonna look like idiots, and I guess this is real life. It's just shit happens.
Is it real life for most people, or is it just us? Because we are idiots.
No, we're not idiots. We do a lot of planning and thinking, but it's just not going to plan. Anyway, I'm going to figure out how to get the door open and I don't know.
Good morning again.
I don't even know what day it is.
Deja vu.
Don't know how many days we've been filming for.
This is, well, it's the end of the YouTube week.
Yes,
day 4, isn't it? So we'll have enough time to edit this and get it out to you by Sunday morning.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we started our bathroom.
It looks good, guys.
That was during the whole getting locked out debacle, which
took all day for the owner to come out, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
We got in and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start the bathroom. Didn't film it. But I promise you next week we'll have a video of finishing our bathroom. We also got onto our perspex idea up in the cabinets there. We'll show you.
And we had another small issue in that we bought 2 panels, right? That were double this length. So this was one panel, cut in half, 2 doors, second panel for this side.
I broke it.
So now we need to buy another panel and wait for that to get shipped. But I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So just imagine handles, dowels, recondition this gold. Have no idea if it's going to work, but I've said to Jack, this is my project, just let me do this. And yeah, it could be a total disaster, but we'll see.
But anyway, we'll see you next week. Who knows what can happen? Who knows what's going to happen?
It will be better next week.
Yeah, we're doing that. So we'll see you for that.